Well, this could catch you by surprise. It certainly did me. It turns out, and the science proves this, the quality of what you and I snack on reflects the quality of what you and I ship back to our clients. As I say, it surprised me, but it really impacts on the shape of your business. You see, going off for a snack isn't just about the time lost or the calories in, and sure, your line of thought will probably go out of the window for a few minutes. But now science is showing us that those snacks are actually quietly dragging down the quality of your content and also the quality of your cognitive abilities. So you have fun having that quick nimble, but at the same time, you've sacrificed your bank account in the long run. Now, by the end of this video, you'll know exactly why and 5 things I think that you can start doing about it even from today. So here's the mechanism. Your gut, apparently, our guts, your guts, my guts, our guts talk to our brains through what's called the vagus nerve. I think it's the longest nerve in the body, and there's more traffic going up to the brain apparently than coming back down. So the bottom line for us to know, and I'm not a scientist, is that if you put rubbish in at the bottom, you get rubbish coming out at the top. Now, you don't have to take my word for this, of course, but I listen a lot to Professor Sarah Berry. She's from this wonderful team called Zoe, Z-O-E, and they have a podcast team. It's real tips every week. And they constantly make the point. If it's not how often you snack that sort of wrecks us, it's A, the quality of the snack, and B, when you eat it. If you get those 2 things wrong, then you pay for it. So 5 years ago, I began to change what went in. What comes out now? Better energy, better focus, better client sessions. I'm a better person for it. So here I'm going to give you 5 rules, and it's part of our series of the shape of your business. So let's dive right in. Although a quick digression. If you don't know who I am, I'm Michael Horesh. Along with Shari Wright Pillow, I'm the co-founder of the 172 group, and we mentor small, medium-sized enterprise owners out of, shall we say, their stuck situation into something that's far more scalable. Now, if that's you, drop us a comment, press the like button, even press the subscribe button, because we read every one of your comments and we build videos to move your business, not just your feed. And that's the guarantee that we give to you. We're going to keep trying to show up week in, week out, producing videos that are intended to show you how to improve your business, even in the most unorthodox ways. So let's get back to feeling hungry. 5 tips. Let's start with that last bite at night and that first bite of breakfast. Now, I try and keep a 12-hour gap between the two, most days. You can drink whatever in between. Now, it's called a fasting program, if you want. That's a rather dramatic term. And I've heard some people advocate you should fast for 12 hours or for 14 hours or 16 hours. I don't chase all of that. I go for 12 hours. It's something I know I can do at least 12 hours. And the result is very simple. Today I'm feeling less bloated. I certainly put less food in. I certainly am sharper in the morning. And somewhere in my gut, I'm told that I'm feeling quite a bit better. And that's what's putting out the rest of the body. Now, that's a very simple thing to do. And it's actually, once you think about it, to go without food for 12, 13 hours is actually rather easy to do. Now, the second rule is a bit more difficult. I reckon that over the past few years, our family has cut out what I would call 90% of the CRAP, ultra-processed foods. We've just ditched them. Now, I'm not a saint. Of course, I enjoy my ice cream in the summer, and give me some milk chocolate, the worst chocolate of all. That really hits on my guilty feeling. But look at what you're actually eating. I mean, take Pringles, for example. Everyone knows about Pringles. Read the label. These are dehydrated potatoes. They're not even real potatoes, dehydrated. And what's in them? There's sunflower oils and corn flour and wheat flour and the rice flour and emulsifiers and rapeseed and E52178 and all these other things and coloring. You and I don't buy most of this stuff. So why buy it in those ingredients? And why you wouldn't eat this stuff if it was all put in a packet, but you're eating Pringles. It's not food. And what about all those zero-calorie products? They might have 0 calories in them, but they've got more sugar in them and more salt in them to fake the taste. So you just end up eating more rubbish. Rubbish in means rubbish out, means poor content, means poor decision making. Now, rule number 3 is really very simple, and I've just hacked it straight from Zoe. Eat the colors of the rainbow. In fact, they go further. They say every week they advise us to eat 30 different plants. Now, plants can be vegetables, seeds, nuts, spices, etc., etc. The reds and the purples they rave about. I'm not going to explain the biochemistry, why that color is better than the other color, different shades of green. I can only tell you that since following this advice, what has happened to me. And that is I am more alive, I'm more creative, I'm sharper in client conversations. Item number 4. So what do we do when we have cravings? How do we handle them? So I'm going to give you 2 of my favorite tricks. Trick number 1, cut an apple. Red, green, whatever is your favorite, into small pieces, and then eat it nice and slowly over 5 minutes, over 10 minutes, one little piece at a time. And it usually does the trick. Still hungry? Have a drink of water, slowly, eat it slowly. In fact, before you say, I'm going to get that biscuit, just take a drink of water. And if that doesn't do it, have a cup of mint tea. The mint somehow does it for you, takes away. Now, what's the point of all of this? It turns out that, particularly in the West, since 1945, we really eat too much, so that most of our hunger today is actually not genuine, I'm hungry because I need food. It's a mixture of, it could be stress or tiredness or anxiety, all disguised as hunger. Put a pause in front of that habit and the urge usually just dissipates. But tip number 5, what you should really eat, well, stick with the power foods. And one of my favorites is sort of, we almost miss it on the shelves in the supermarket, chia seeds, chia. I add it to salads. They're tasteless, but it pumps me full of energy. And it also apparently attacks that visceral fat that clings to our organs inside us that we can't see. Now, I eat plenty of blueberries these days. They're very plentiful in the shops and the price keeps dropping. Kiwis is another great one. And I'm told that, by the way, if you eat the stuff in the frozen form as opposed to the natural form, it's almost as good as the natural form. And by the way, if you're over 50, we are recommend, and unfortunately I'm that way, you pack your diet full of extra protein, the eggs, the tunas, the salmons. That's great stuff. And the other thing I'm going for these days is extra fiber. Apparently, most of us are deficient in that, and it's easy to fix. You go for your beans, your legumes, your peas. Yeah, mushy peas. Put mushy peas back into your diet. Enjoy. Now, a word of warning. I'm not trying to pretend that I'm a nutritionist or a scientist or a doctor. I'm just telling you what I've been listening to, what I've been reading, and what I've been practicing for about 5 years now. And the results are clear, at least with me. I'm less bloated. I've been losing weight steadily. I'm much sharper, with more focused on what's going on around me with my family, and obviously in the business world and what my clients are up to. I get rid of a lot of that 3 p.m. crash out. So what I really want to stress here is what goes in your mouth is not separate for what comes out on a business level. Fix the input and you fix the output. And that's the point of this video. You want to know which of the 5 pillars is costing you the most right now, the 5 pillars of that shape, SHAPE module that we're focusing on these days, please be in touch with us. You can also contact us for at the 172 group for a free 7-minute business gap index, how you fill that out, how you can improve your business with just a very simple questionnaire. And please, whichever rule hits hardest for you, tell us about it. The crash, the cravings, or getting rid of the rubbish in your cupboard. We want to know what works for you. I'm Michael Horesh. I'm part of the 172 group with Sherry Wright Pillow. I hope to see you at the next one.